I'm literally stirring. I know how to stir things. As you're watching this, I'm not stirring wrong, am I? Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and some of you may know this, but professionally, I'm a pastor. It is a great job, and one of the things I like most about it is preaching. I love the public speaking aspect of it. I learned to preach from a woman I would call my mentor when I was just out of college, and I'm still using the skills that she coached me in those many years ago. To protect her identity, for what it's worth, let's call her Dr. Judy White. After studying Dr. Judy White's method as a young man, I eventually lost touch with her, and a few years ago I decided to try to look her up to see what she was up to and if she was still teaching. Well, it turns out she is not still teaching. She's in jail. A few years after I knew her, she had this torrid affair with her next-door neighbor and tried to murder her husband. She literally snuck into her neighbor's basement, hid in the dark until her husband went down there, and then tried to kill him by hitting him over the head with a metal pipe. How delightfully Mrs. Peacock of her. Listen, if one of your early inspirations later tried to commit homicide in the first degree, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. Today on Cerealsly, we're back at it with the weird and the wacky. I've been waiting a long time for the perfect moment to take a look at the cereals I have planned for today because they border, at least in their concept in my opinion, on the absolutely repulsive. For those of you who have been with us for a while here at Cerealsly, you'll know that I was mercilessly mocked in the early part of the year for my committed love of skim milk. I have since begun a rehab program where I'm trying 1%, but that's going to have to be put on pause today because we're going to try something completely different for today's episode. Though many people complained that my skim milk was nothing more than just white-colored water, today we're diving into the deep end of that critique by trying cereals designed to be eaten with just that, water. Cereal with only water on top. I hope that you're as intrigued as I am by that hideous premise. All right, let me show you what we're working with today. Last year, Kellogg's released a new line of portable cereals, and here they are. These are called instabowls. You can see that I have a lot of different versions. I have a Raisin Bran Crunch version. I have a Fruit Loops version. They have a Frosted Flakes version, and then finally an Apple Jacks version of these. There have been many cereals released in containers of this shape, right? You can just peel back the film on top and then pour in your favorite milk normally. But these are instabowls. This is very different. These are designed so that you peel back the film and then you pour cold water inside. There's some sort of powdered milk that absorbs the water to create regular milk, and then you eat the cereal. Regardless of that milk, though, you are still, at the beginning at least, just pouring water onto your cereal. Geez, that sounds hideous, repulsive to me. Now, I actually grew up drinking powdered milk quite often. I'm not sure if that's because it was normal in the 80s or if we were especially poor. Either way, this will not be the first time that I've had powdered milk. So I'm actually hoping, if anything, that there might be some sort of glint of nostalgia in there for me. I gotta tell you, I don't know why, but the ones that have flakes in them, like the Raisin Bran Crunch and the Frosted Flakes, the Raisin Bran Crunch especially, seem the most disgusting. Just kind of the idea of bran flakes floating around in water, that image is sick. But since we are jumping into this idea with 2 feet, we might as well get it all done at once. I also have the recent released version of these from Post. These instabowls must have done reasonably well because Post copied the idea. So here we have, let's see, we've got Honey Bunches of Oats Almonds. These are called OK Go, which isn't that a band, OK Go? Anyway, we also have Cocoa Pebbles, and then finally, this one is Fruity Pebbles. I don't know if you can see, this one is more like vacuum packed than the others. It's not even like round. It's got, I don't know, maybe that means it's extra fresh. Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles. Oh man, this does not seem yummy to me, but I gotta try it. But remember, these were at least successful enough to survive over a year of sales and to have another company jump on the bandwagon. So there must be something to them, right? What do you think? Will the convenience of not needing to buy milk but only needing to find cold water be worth this grossness? Is it really that hard to find milk? And will this resemble the way that anyone actually eats cereal? Does anyone pour their milk in and then stir it up? Sure, I think we put it in the milk, but no one's like stirring. That's crazy. We got to give this a go. That's kind of what this channel is all about. Friends, it is time to eat some cereal. All right, friends, I think I am ready. I don't have any bowls, because they are bowls. I have my spoon, my beloved spoon. Today I can hold tight to this, because that's it. I do not have milk. I just have a cold bottle of water. I've got a couple here if we need it, down here in storage. I am genuinely nervous about this. This seems crazy, but we got to have a go on this. Maybe it will be wonderful. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Let's start. I don't know why, but I feel like this is the most normal. It says, add cold water and stir to create real milk. On the outside, there is a line that says fill to here, which says it's going to be half a cup of water. 150 calories in this. That seems very normal. They look like normal Fruit Loops. That's good. I don't see, oh yeah, at the bottom, geez, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but at the bottom, there is powdered milk. Powdered what kind of milk, I wonder? Is that something that we can even know? Like, is it powdered 1%, powdered skim, powdered 2%? Who knows? Ay, ay, ay. All right, let me just verify if this is actually, yeah, it tastes like normal Fruit Loops. So that of course makes sense. All right, and there is a line drawn both on the outside and the inside. So let's do it. Let's pour it in to that. Ready to watch what this looks like? Let's go. Oh, I hate pouring it on. Did I even do it? A little more water. Ugh, this stuff floating around in the clear liquid is disgusting. All right, let's mix this up. The powder, oh, what are they thinking? What is anyone thinking with this? It's clumpy. It's on the cereal itself. I don't know if you could just stir. It's starting to look a little bit more normal, but some of the clumps are like stuck inside the cereal. Gross. I hope you are a kind of person who likes your cereal all in the milk, because that's what you're going to get. It smells like baby formula. Maybe that's not too surprising either, because powdered baby formula probably has a lot of these same ingredients. Oh man, my stomach is feeling weird. I haven't even tried it yet. All right, let's give it a try. Let's do it with the milk, not milk, powdered milk from water. Let's try it. It's bad. Ugh. The powdered milk tastes horrible. It's grainy and sticky. I want to get a lot of milk. I know that's a bold move, but I just want to try it a little bit. Oh, gag. The milk is gross. This is not old. I just bought this at the store. So this isn't like ancient in a way that it should, but I have got milk powder is the #1 ingredient, and it says it's made of milk. And vitamin A and vitamin D. That seems like it would be fine. That seems like it would be normal. Ugh. I did not like it. It even says on it, Instabowl, and then it says, delicious milk in cereal. Yeah, right. Delicious milk. Listen, friends, I don't know if I can do all 4 of these. I think I owe it to you guys to try one of the flakes one. I don't even think I'm going to attempt the Apple Jacks. I assume the Apple Jacks is going to taste just like the other Fruit Loops one that we just tried, but Apple Jacks. I am going to try the Raisin Bran Crunch and see if it's better, and then we're going to go on. Maybe Post had a better formula for their milk. This looks exactly the same. Again, you can kind of see the powdered milk jumping on top of the cereal. And is there raisins? Yeah, there's a raisin inside. That makes sense. Raisin Bran. There is a crunch element. I think the crunch part is smart because if this was regular Raisin Bran, it would just be the bran flakes. At least Raisin Bran Crunch has like a coating, flavored coating on the flakes itself. So I think that's going to do it a lot of good to help it hold up in the water. Let me taste it dry. That was good. That was refreshing. I'm not looking forward to putting the water on this again. Here we go again. Come on, water. Don't do me wrong. You already did me wrong, so what am I hopeful for? Oh, I think this one better than the other. You can probably see from this top angle just how gross it looks floating there in water. All right, let's stir it. Am I doing it right? I'm literally stirring. I know how to stir things. As you're watching this, I'm not stirring wrong, am I? This is how people stir. I wish it said how long I'm supposed to stir. Directions, add half cup of water and stir. Just says stir. Seriously, this one, it is all over the flakes. I'm going to keep stirring. I can't stop because I'm still hopeful that maybe it will become yummier. Oh, okay, well, let me try this one with the milk inside. Here we go. Raisin Bran Crunch. This one is a tiny bit better. What a surprise. I really thought this would be worse. A tiny bit better, not because the milk is any better. It's a strong, milky taste. I know. I have milk on my cereal every week that's regular milk. This is like extra taste milk, and that's not a good thing. But the Raisin Bran Crunch, there is a coating, like I said, a sugary coating on the flakes that's rubbing off, so the milk is at least a little sweeter. That's surprising to me, sweeter than the Fruit Loops kind, which also has a coating. I'm going to take one more bite of this. Here we go. Boy, if you have to choose from these two, get the Raisin Bran Crunch. Don't get either of them. They're so bad. I don't even know what to do. Okay, let's assume that Post was like, they're on to something. If we can just make this right, people will really love it. So they made these bad news. I found these at Big Lots. Big Lots is not a great thing. If you're like, oh, our cereal's doing really well, where can you find it? Big Lots. But which one should I even attempt? Maybe I will attempt the Cocoa Pebbles. We haven't had a chocolatey one yet. Kellogg's doesn't make a chocolatey one, but Post in their OK Go cereal, again, it just says just add water. Let's see if there's any more instruction than this. Cereal milk to go, just add cold water. Fill to this line. Oh my goodness. Look at this line. This is the line for Post, and this over here is the line for Kellogg's. Holy cow, what a difference. Post says, remove lid. You can rip, pull, or peel. Too many directions. Add cold water, unless you prefer warm cereal, it says. Is that cheeky, or are they serious that you can make this warm? Stir for 15 seconds. That's helpful. I'm going to count 15. Watch as your water turns into milk. Enjoy, and okay, go. Anywhere you like. We won't judge. They are trying to be cheeky. Post, it's not the time to be cheeky. This one has way more calories. What the heck? This one has 230. The other ones were 150 and 200. So I guess it's not out of range. This one says non-fat dry milk. So that one must have had some fat in the milk that they were drying out, dehydrating. Oh, sick. Well, I don't know. Was that ripping, peeling, or pulling? I'm not sure what I did. I can't even try this dry because it is already coated with all of the milk powder. Wow. This is really, really bad. Again, I should try it before I get upset, at least. I do love Cocoa Pebbles, but I also love Fruit Loops. So what the heck am I trying to give it credit for? They also do not have a line inside. Nope, you have to look for the reflection of the outside so I can kind of see through to it. Here we go with cold water. Unless you want your cereal warm. Shut up! Post. All right, here we go. Let's do that. It's bubbling this time. I thought it couldn't get more disgusting, and then this one gurgled. All right, remember 15 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. This is forever. 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 11, 13. It smells. 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000. The smell of that nasty milk is getting into my nose during the stirring process, and I hate it. Let me try it. Here we go. Come on, Cocoa Pebbles. It's slightly better. The problem is the milk. Obviously, the problem is the milk. The cereal tastes exactly like normal cereal. This, because there's so many of the Cocoa Pebbles pieces, is a little bit better than either of those. Fruit Loops were the absolute worst because you could taste so much milk. The Raisin Bran Crunch had more material and it was making the milk sweeter. This has obviously turned it into chocolate milk. Maybe that's why it's the most helpful of the bunch, but it's not a noticeably different milk taste. They did not vastly improve it by going non-fat milk. Let me try another bite. Okay, this is tolerable. My heart rate is like through the roof out of nervousness eating this stuff. It's like you're gonna walk into a job interview and you're nervous about how it's gonna go. That's how I'm feeling eating cereal. This is against everything I believe in. Cereal should make you happy and calm and fat. All right, let me try it one more time. If this is the best that this water in cereal idea can become, it should go away forever, starting right now. It should be forgotten to the annals of history. I'm going to try just the chocolate milk because I'm a trooper. See what it's like. Well, it's bad. It's terrible. It's gross. It's a reprehensible idea. It's foul by nature. It is stupid. When you were a kid, was stupid like the worst word you could say? That was like a naughty word. I like that idea that I just called this cereal stupid. Well, friends, I'm not even going to go any further. I'd say I would send this to somebody, but I would not send this to my worst enemy. I will give it to my kids. They're not my worst enemy. I love my kids. But I got to take a break. I got to calm down. I got to take some deep breaths, and then I'll see you back at the conclusion. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we tried what could have been branded as Aquafina cereal, and now it is enough. Remember, I didn't give them a rating. Zeros. Do not get this. Do not try it. If you want to try these cereals for yourself, the Post ones specifically, I found at Big Lots again, which usually it's a treasure trove of odd cereals. So it is worth checking a place like that out if you're adventurous like me. But listen, from all I've been through, please, if you have not yet, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. We usually do yummier things than this. And leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.